Pomegranates.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so here we are again with our Astro-tarot moon videos. And this time we're talking about the new moon that is going to be happening in Aquarius on the Thursday, the 11th of February. Okay, so that's the actual date that it is on the same degree as the sun in Aquarius, which will make it a new moon in Aquarius. And my God, right, at the same time that there is this new moon happening in Aquarius, almost everything in the sky, almost but not quite, is also in Aquarius. It's an extremely busy time for Aquarius, and that may well come up in the tarot readings. I know like Harley's most concerned. I mean, go on, tell us, Harley, which little bit of this, or not little bit, which part of this sort of struck you as the most significant?
I feel, of course, Saturn's presence in Aquarius because it rules Aquarius.
Yes.
So I feel like all the planets there are going to be influenced by its energy, sort of under its Aquarian influence, the Aquarian side of Saturn, and that's very much kind of about manifesting social reform and revising like social structures, but at a pace that is kind of realistic, very realistic, and in keeping with how institutions work, but at the same time there's a harsh aspect, a square between Saturn in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus. And yes. Uranus is really the planet of abrupt, very seismic, kind of earth-shaking change.
Yes.
So, although Taurus? Modern astrologers kind of assigned Uranus as the ruler of Aquarius, actually their energies don't match. So, yeah, it's something to keep your eyes open, open
yes.
on, this.
I mean, we have just talked about doing a separate video for this.
Yes.
It's called a stellium, when there's a whole load of planets all in the same sign. So, just in case anyone's interested, we've got Pluto, Saturn. I don't want to miss anyone out here. Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, the moon, and the sun are all in Aquarius.
Yeah.
When
all that's missing is Mars.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Mars is really the only sort of significant planet that isn't in Aquarius at the time of this new moon. So we will do a separate video on that, definitely. But for now, we are focusing on, as we always do, on the new moon aspect of this, which happens on the 11th of February at 7:04 p.m. UK time, which is, Khalid?
Right, so that's 10:04 p.m. Arabian Standard Time.
Thank you. Sharon? Do you want me to work it out for you?
No.
2:04 p.m. Eastern Time. Cassidy.
And 11:04 a.m. Pacific Time.
Yes, thank you very much. And it happens at 23 degrees 16 Aquarius. So it's kind of like when it's close to the end of Aquarius that it becomes a new moon. Now, just for the record, the moon actually enters Aquarius on the day before, well, Cambridge time, on Wednesday, the 10th of February at 1:20 in the morning. So for everyone the other side of the Atlantic, it would actually be happening Tuesday, the 9th in the evening. But for Khalid and me, it's early hours of the morning on the Wednesday, the 10th. It hits the full moon Thursday, the 11th at 7:04 Thursday evening. And it actually leaves Aquarius on Friday, the 12th of February at 7:23 a.m. in the morning, UK time.
Right.
And the new moon phase obviously spills over because it's for 45 degrees after it hits the new moon. So it actually spills over not only through Pisces, but also into Aries, the beginning of Aries. So it's in the new moon phase until let's call it 8 o'clock in the morning, 7:59 on the 15th of February. So anyone that's doing moon work can do it any time from the 11th of February until 8 in the morning on the 15th of February.
Good, excellent. There's just one point I wanted to make. I just wanted to clarify that Pluto, it looks like Pluto will remain in Capricorn actually throughout the whole year until the end of the year. So Pluto won't be.
Oh my God! Do you know what? It's because I printed out the chart in black and white, and it was so lumped in with everything. I actually it was my eyesight. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah. It's 20. Yes, it is in Capricorn. It's towards the end of Capricorn, 25 degrees Capricorn. But there's no question. Yeah, you're right. It is in Capricorn.
So
everything else.
So that exactly. Yeah. So like with the exception of the outer planets and Mars, it seems like everything is going to be in Aquarius.
Yes.
Of course, and the moon because it moves very fast.
Yes.
And they're going to be in Aquarius for most of February. Yeah.
Okay. But we will do a separate Astro-tarot on that. That's kind of regarding the whole thing and not just that around that time of the new moon. But we will do that on watch this space.
Yeah,
so
look forward to it,
okay, so on for today's video, Sharon is going to be doing the cardinal energies, and Cassidy's going to be doing the fixed. I am going to be doing the mutables, and Khalid is the oracle.
Yes, I'm going to be using the moonology. Correct. I'm very excited about that.
Wonderful.
Oh.
So without further ado, we're going to kick off with Sharon. Take it away. Yeah, and the basically the question, as always, is what message are we getting for you? Whatever your star sign is, there'll be a message for you if you've got the sun, moon, or rising in the relevant star sign that we're reading for. What the message is relating to the energy of this new moon. So it might be advice, it might just be a message. So yeah, it's take that on board. And in particular, if you are going to be doing any new work, moon work, it's a new moon, so it's ideal for kind of new projects, new ways of thinking, I would say, with it being in Aquarius. Yeah, I mean, quite good for changing mindsets or progressing with your mindsets. Okay, off you go, Sharon.
Okay, for Aquarius, sun, moon,
are we not,
as you were, Aries. It starts with an A. Get off my back. No. I'm not awake yet. No.
That's right.
Aries.
Yes. Okay.
I've got, I love this. One thing that Aries is super, super capable of, and people don't know, especially the way that Aries has such a bad rap nowadays with modern astrology, is that Aries does actually care about other people. They know how to love. They know how to love, and they know how to love hard. For Aries, my advice this month is take a step back. I know you do love hard, but take a step to put yourself into other people's shoes this month. Take a step to see things through other people's eyes. There's an old saying, walk a mile in my moccasins. And that means get to know me from what I'm going through. And not only that, but allow other people to see through your eyes. Share a piece of yourself. A total really good for you this month would be just that total sharing with somebody. You do know how to share, Aries. You do know how to share. And I don't mean your stuff. I mean your soul. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. If you do that, you will learn a lot, and you will be so happy. I got the Page of Cups.
Oh, your favorite
nice.
card.
Yes.
Love it.
Oh, that's lovely.
And people just don't realize that Aries has a lot going on. They're beautiful. They got such a bad reputation nowadays. Aries is flipping beautiful. So show that beauty.
Very nice.
Hey, what deck is that, Sharon?
Oh, I'm using the This Might Hurt by Isabella Rotman, the deck of the week I did recently.
Looks very neat.
Lovely.
It was
Beautiful.
So are we now?
Awesome.
Are we doing the fixed fire now?
Yes.
Right.
So I've got a card here for Leo.
No, they're all going to be Aquarius, damn it.
That's fine by me. Cool. Okay, so for the Leo folks, sun, moon, or ascendant sign in Leo. Okay, this is cool. So what I'm seeing here, Leos, is you got multiple things on the go. You've got a number of different projects, but they all kind of stem from one main goal or source or project that all kind of have little branches that they then go out to, and you have different things. So whether that's like in the umbrella of career or the umbrella of creative projects, it just seems like there's one thing that then has a bunch of different parts to it. What you're being asked to do is kind of delegate your time to what you are expecting to be the most successful and what brings you like the most joy, the thing that you like the most. Spend the most time on that thing. It's really not saying don't worry about the other things. All the other things are also important, but make sure most of your time and the thing that you're really wanting to cultivate this month, that proportionally gets quite a bit more time. And you're also like, you know, continuing to showcase, broadcast, share these things with other people as you do it. So this is kind of neat. So this is the 4 of Coins, and this is from the Slow Tarot. And if you want to see these cards closer, I actually did this as my very first deck of the week. But what's really neat is in her hand here, she's got 4 different coins, and they're all different colors. So we've got the gold, silver, copper, and then like this, I don't know if that's nickel. So you know what I mean? It's just there's the varying degrees of things that have value, right? The thing closest to you, the thing you're looking for the most is that gold. And then we're kind of shifting through the metals. They're all important. They're all serving a great purpose, but delegate your time wisely to the thing in that order, right? Keep it, you know, like the little
amazing.
rainbow.
Very nice.
So
What was
That
that?
is such useful advice for me to hear.
The page
like-
of coins was that?
This is the 4 of Coins.
Oh, the 4 of coins. Sorry, right.
From
Very
the
I have
Slow
so many
Tarot.
things, actually. I have Sun and Leo, and I have so many things that are going around, but with a common kernel. And I do need to delegate, like, the importance, you know, how
Yeah.
much I'm going to give to this.
You
and this
have
and
got
that.
a
But
lot going on. Yeah.
yeah, but they actually do share, like, one common,
Yeah.
you know, core, you know? Yeah.
And the last thing I'll say about this too is like the background of this is so dark and mysterious, right? So it's like, you know, I'm just getting that solitude feel for Leos. Like you've got to deal with these things, do that delegating on your own. Don't let other people say this is the most important thing. It's like, you know, the things in your hand that and how important they are and what they require of you. So do it alone in a nice way. You know, she's got all her pearls on and her nice, you know, clutch, and she's a very luxurious card. So there you go. That's the message for our Leos.
I like
Very
that.
Very nice. Okay, so the last of the fire signs, Sagittarius. What is the message if your sun, moon, or rising is in Sagittarius on this new moon in Aquarius that is coming up on the 11th of Feb? Okay, Sagittarius. Okay. So I'm going to say what the card is, like straight away. I've got a fire card, but I got it in reverse. I've got the Ace of Wands reversed. So I'm kind of like feeling for that one on this particular new moon. I wouldn't go boldly into kind of like something really, really new. I'm liking the kind of like the vibrancy of the fire energy. But my intuition is sort of saying to me, the reason it came up reversed is don't distract yourself and just throw yourself into something brand new. I feel like maybe I'm just feeling a lessening of that, it's such a dynamic card in the upright, and I'm feeling a lessening of it. I'm feeling go for maybe a new approach or a new mindset, because it's in Aquarius, with something that you're already working on than just kind of like just going straight into something brand new with all guns blazing and forgetting that what's already kind of like in existence is actually kind of like worth taking a new fresh look at rather than a completely different thing. And maybe that's kind of tying in a little bit with what you said, Cassidy, about kind of like the, you know, prioritizing. And yeah, like sometimes, yeah, it might be that one of those coins that you had, they've already got that, and they just need to kind of look at it with fresh eyes. I definitely don't think something absolutely brand spanking new that this is the right time to kind of launch that. I would just say new mindset with something that exists already. That's what I'm getting from the Ace of Wands reverse for the Sagittarians.
Okay. Wow.
But what does the Oracle have to say?
It's interesting because all of the messages that you all gave now for the fire signs, they kind of involve some kind of restraint or redirection, you know? Yeah, Sharon with Aries, step into other people's shoes and let them step into yours. Cassidy, prioritize. And Mandy, yeah, stick with something that you've already worked on. So let's see what the Moonology deck, what advice does the Moonology deck have to offer for anyone who has a sun, moon, or ascendant in a fire sign on the occasion of the new moon in Aquarius, coming up on the 11th of February, 2021. Wow. A time to give rather than take. And it's actually, it's a new moon in Virgo. You see her here? There's a new moon.
Beautiful.
A new moon in Aquarius.
That's
A
lovely.
new moon in Virgo. Okay, there is some kind of there are resonances between the Virgo archetype and the Aquarius archetype, because the Aquarius archetype is concerned with like social reform in a very broad kind of systemic way. And Virgo is concerned with improving people's lives, but more on a kind of, within an intimate, or not an intimate, I should say, but like a more like a narrower kind of setting, like a more day-to-day kind of setting, you know? So yeah, it's interesting that it came up with a new moon as a new moon in Virgo. It's a time to give rather than take. And to me, that resonates especially strongly with your message about Aries, Sharon. Yeah.
Which is also a quincunx with Aries, isn't it? I know it's an excuse to say the word again, but Virgo and Aries are at quincunx. They're quincunxed.
Right,
So,
they're in like...
I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, so it's not necessarily the obvious natural thing, is it, for Aries? And yet that's what your reading said, Sharon. So I definitely feel like the Oracle is reinforcing that for the Aries people. Yeah. And also the Ace of Wands is suggesting the Ace of Wands reverse. It was sort of stay with something that already exists. So it's kind of try and sort of make improvements and help out in a sense, or whatever. Maybe do a little bit of the Mercurial Virgo thing, right? You know, with the familiar rather than something brand new. So I kind of like feel it kind of. Yeah, and again with Cassidy's and all that kind of prioritizing, that organizing kind of thing that goes on with Virgo. Yeah. And delegating, that was the word you used.
I don't know that I did. Maybe like to your own, not to other people though. It's really seemed focused on like self though here. Just kind of like the more of the prioritization aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you could delegate too. If those coins are getting a little heavy in your hand, just Get rid of the nickel one. Keep the gold one.
Yeah.
Right. Shall we move on to the earth signs? Thank you, Harley. That was great.
Yes, that was awesome.
Okay, so cardinal first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is where the wheels going all over the place
Right.
in
So
my head.
cardinal earth. So you're
Capricorn.
Capricorn, correct. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to think about this one for a second. It feels like you have been putting aside your own, not needs, but wants for the greater good, to make sure that everybody around you is taken care of. It feels like that you're not unhappy. I'm not going to say you're unhappy. Some of you might be, but this isn't what's causing it. But it's almost like a contentment for doing for others. But you're starting to get a little discontented about it. You're like, okay, what about me now? What about me? So in this case, for the new moon in Aquarius, hold on a little bit longer and do things for the other people just a little bit longer, even though you're feeling worn out from it. Okay? The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And on this one, he's just so happy doing everything he's doing. Yeah, he's got this really huge smile. So I think that he's been happy doing all the work. Just Capricorn's getting a little tired right now, and it's not time to stop. It's just not time to stop.
Beautiful. Cool. All right. So fixed earth is Taurus. Yes. So I've got a very deep card for our Taurus placement, folks. And it's interesting, Sharon, how you just said the what about me thing. It's like for Taurus people, if you need to kind of say to yourself, what about me? But it wouldn't really come from you. Here's what I mean by that. So the card I have is Judgment in reverse. And I'm going to show it to you upright because this is one of the most heart-wrenching tarot cards I've ever seen in existence. So essentially it's got this woman looking in the mirror, seeing herself, and you see the reflection back a number of times, and she literally has a big slit in her chest and it's like diving into there. It came up in reverse. So Taurus folks, like this really is going to be a really great time for you to redefine your self-image. And this is something that at this depth and at this level it's more like a kickoff point of some big change that you need to see for yourself. So this is not something I think can necessarily be accomplished over this short moon phase, but it's a really great time to kick off that work. So what is like really, really sitting with yourself at looking at your self-image and your self-worth, and where do you place yourself on the scale when your needs aren't being met? And are you kind to yourself? You know, are you showing up for yourself? What parts of yourself are you giving up freely that you just get nothing back? It's a very, very just deep spiritual energy I'm really seeing in this card, and you're being called to do that deeper work surrounding your self-image. Essentially, how do you see yourself, and what is that doing to the way that you present yourself, the way that you can show up for others, the way you can show up for yourself? How happy are you with what you see when you look in the mirror? Ask those questions and dig deep into that. It's a really good time to get started with that. It's
yeah, that's very massive.
Very, very powerful.
Maybe there is some
for
connection with that and the Uranus in Taurus. I don't know. That's that's square.
Yeah.
Okay, so last but not least, the messages for anyone who has Sun, Moon, or rising sign in Virgo, the mutable Earth sign, on this new moon in Aquarius. Okay, what is the message if you are a Virgo? Okay, so I've got another Earth card. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like this is really interesting. It's a shame you've already done that oracle card, Holly, because this just about nails everything you said in your oracle card. I just feel that for the Virgos, carry on being kind and generous to other people on this new moon in Aquarius. I think just be very, very true to your nature. I don't think Virgos necessarily have to do anything kind of new or different. I just think they need to kind of maintain what is natural to them, which is to kind of like help other people. 6 of coins. Upright.
That's great.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
But what does the oracle
Capricorn
have
and
to say
Virgo-
this time?
The
Yeah.
Capricorn and Virgo messages just like blend seamlessly. Yeah. And I guess you can't really give to others if you don't value yourself. for Taurus.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what is the Moonology deck's advice on the occasion of the new moon in Aquarius for anyone with the sun, moon, or ascendant in an earth sign? Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Mm.
That's focusing on the modality. Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. Because I feel like this is speaking to the messages that all three of you brought out, because it's sort of like you need that flexibility. You need that flexibility so that you can keep on being generous to others, even when it feels restraining or self-effacing in the case of Capricorn, right? And you need to always have like a sensitive ear and eye to the needs of others also, in the case of Virgo. And for Taurians, you may feel like you're stuck in this negative self-image, but that's not the case, you know? Just work actively on reimagining yourselves. Yeah, and work that intention into the new moon energy. So mutability for Earth is going to be good. Flexibility, I should say, flexibility for the Earth signs is going to be good on this new moon. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you very much.
As you were saying that, I was just like still thinking about that card. The other part of that I would say is like self-criticism
Yeah.
for Taurus folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dive into that and, notice it.
Usually a
See where
Virgo
you can-
thing, right? Poor
Oh
Taurus.
gosh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so on to the air sign. So
Libra, I'm more
Yeah.
awake. I got a kiss from my
Aquarius
husband.
Aquarius is an air sign. So yeah.
So Libra, sun, moon, or ascendant. Let's see what we got for you. All right, Libra. Trying to think of how to word this. Get up off your butts. Playtime's over. I think we've been in Libras have been we've been stuck in a rut. You know how earlier Capricorn was stuck in that rut of doing everything. That I think the Libra's been stuck in a rut of looking out the window and seeing something they want to do type of thing and going out and doing it. We've just been doing what we want pretty much when we want. Things are all up in the air, and Libra's been saying, just to hell with that. I'm going to do what I want to do. It's time to get back in the saddle and start working. Completely opposite for Earth. It's so weird. But it's time to start paying attention and doing what you need to do instead of what you want to do. So I got the 3 of Wands in reverse. and she's like looking out the window, seeing she's staying in her office. Libra ain't.
Right.
Okay. We off doing what we want to do, like running off during the video to kiss our husband.
Already, I'm hearing.
Oh, is that where you were?
Yeah.
It's all coming out now.
I'm supposed to be working. I saw me some pretty man I had to kiss.
Oh. Already, we're starting out with a strong note of Saturnine responsibility.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So next in line for fixed air, fellow Aquarius people.
Hello.
This is exciting because I have 3 favorite cards in the deck, and this is one of them.
Oh.
And it's upright. Cool.
Yay.
So,
Good.
man, this particular card and this image, I feel like I could talk about all day. But okay. You know what I mean? Okay, one of the main message, blanket thing that I think will be good for all Aquarians right now is like focusing on a practice of presence and mindfulness during this time. And why I say this, because this is quite interesting. This is the Temperance card. And this is, as you can see, we've got this gentleman here pouring this beautiful cup of tea, and he's pouring it out of this really ornate tea cup into this beautiful teacup, kettle into a teacup. There we go. Anyway, and like it just seems like, you know, there's so much going on. I don't know if he's a worker or if he's setting this table for himself, but no matter what else is going on, like he's just there pouring the tea. Like he is completely there. His mind's not off doing something else. He's not thinking about, you know, I don't know, maybe there is one empty plate that needs to get things on it. You know, he's not worried about filling that next cup. He's fully focused in the thing that he's doing at the time. And there's a bit of like luxury to this card, right? Like it's very ornate and done up. So perhaps that can be part of your moon work this particular new moon. Like make it pretty, make it really luxurious for yourself, and really be present with whatever it is you're trying to do. Are you setting a table for your future? You know, are you just sitting down to eat and enjoy like the things that you've been working on? Just like evaluate what you need for that moon, make it lovely, and be there for it. Everything else you got going on, put it aside and just show up for the work that you're doing.
I absolutely
Love that.
And as I am an Aquarian,
No,
yes.
this is great.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
mindfulness
awesome.
for a set purpose. Very fixed air, Aquarius.
Very
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. And
Struggle
we
with
also
that.
share the next configuration, if that's the right word. All 3 of us do. It's the Gemini, and we're all Gemini moons here, apart from Harley, right?
Charlie.
Yeah. So if
No
you have
comment.
sun, moon, or rising in Gemini, what is the message for the new moon coming up in Aquarius on the 11th of February? Okay. Oh, hello. Wow. I was going to say, I hope it's as kind of, you know, positive, what have you, as Cassidy's, and talk about similar. We also have a table in this one. I've got the Magician card. Right?
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
upright, yeah. So for the Gemini moon, or not the Gemini moon, the Gemini sun, moon, or rising on this new moon in Aquarius, I'm just feeling manifest something. And because it is in Aquarius, I definitely kind of like feel use what Cassidy said as well, which is kind of that fixed energy of Aquarius, like, you know, be mindful about what you do. So be spilling that over into what I'm about to say. I definitely feel, yeah, you know, use your brains, think about what you want to manifest and change something, because this is Gemini, so this is mutable. This is all about finding a new way to get your dog to be quiet, for example, you know. Be flexible. But no, this is all about changing something, but it's not letting a change happen to you, because it is the magician. It's about taking the power and you making the positive change. New moons are about sort of manifesting anyway. The magician is this huge manifestation card. So if something will benefit from a change, think it through, make it happen. It's so positive. It is so
I love
positive.
it.
Oh, how
Awesome.
cool
I
would
love
it be
because
for?
it's like, you know, that Mercury is staying in, it's entered Aquarius on the 9th of January, and I think it's staying there until the middle of March, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
At
it's
least until
certainly
the middle of
there on
March.
the 11th of February. It is
Right.
certainly there.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
is, it is.
retrograde on the 11th of Feb. It looks.
Right, it
I
enters Pisces. Right, it enters Pisces on this around the 16th of March.
Okay.
So that's going to be a very long time for Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, to be in Aquarius. Right, really long time. And I think what I'm getting when I combine that card with my knowledge of astrology is that this would be a good time for Gemini energy people to kind of use their Gemini antennae and collect information and kind of synthesize the information in a very constructive way that helps to come up with solutions for many people, not just necessarily them.
Lovely.
You know?
It's
yeah.
Exciting. Well, thank you. Sharon, I think you were going to say something, or
Oh, I was going to say it would be amazing if us three Gemini moons could manifest something together with that card.
Let's meet that night.
Let's make that happen. I mean, the last time we decided to manifest something, Sharon, what did it result in? The Pomegranate Grove, and here we all are now. So, you know.
Yeah, and that was a Gemini manifestation, if ever there was one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, we can do it. We can absolutely, if we want to do it, we can do it. Put our great minds together. You know, we'll let Khalid join in, because he you know, he sometimes says interesting things, just like me.
I was thinking we need that Cancer moon interjection so that you know we could put some feeling into it.
Absolutely. So what does the oracle have to say?
Right. So I asked, oh, this is amazing. Okay. So this is the same message that I got for the earth signs. Interesting. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon.
Wow.
Nice.
Yep.
Come up again. Yeah.
I think more speaking to the Gemini part here.
Yes.
Let's see. So we had get off your butt and do something. Librans with Sharon.
Yeah.
With Cassidy, be very mindful in the present and focus on what you're doing now, right? And with Mandy, the magician, right?
Yeah.
Use your imagination, your resourcefulness to manifest something that is truly ingenious. I guess I'd summarize that. Okay. So yeah, again, flexibility for the air signs at this time. It's going to be really important. I should say it's a great opportunity for them to manifest what they want, provided they actually do moon work, as opposed to just have these thoughts in their minds and, you know, write them down somewhere and be like, okay, this is how I'm gonna act from now on. I'm seeing the moon and the water around the moon here. It's very present and it's very vibrant. And I feel like it sort of, all of this makes sense because if you already have stronger planets or sensitive points in Aquarius, in air, let's say, and there's such a strong air energy at the time, and the moon is there kind of bearing the stamp, this magical stamp of the air energy, then you need to really make use of it. So
Yeah.
communicate with the moon, pull it down.
Well,
Pull
I
it down.
kind of like
Make it
felt
work for you.
the suit of air and what you've just said there, but be open to kind of like, you know, inspiration and all that sort of thing. It's all there in the astrology. If you just see the amount of stuff that is there in that big air sign of Aquarius, this moon could trigger all sorts, but do it with love, as Cassidy said, and do it with mindfulness and do it with conviction, and be open-minded. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, amazing. So last but not least, we've got the water signs.
Cancer. So Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. You've been wearing yourself down with I don't want to say paranoid thoughts, because paranoia has a really bad flavor, but it's that step below paranoid where you feel like you're not good enough. You feel like you're not doing enough, and you always feel like you have to be on your guard. If you don't let your guard down and let somebody in, you will collapse in one way or another, physically, mentally, one way or another. In fact, right now you feel like you feel under attack, and there's no basis for it. This is in your mind. You're tearing yourself up. The people around you are not the ones tearing you down. It's you. So take a really good look and see, listen to the shit you say to yourself. Listen to what you tell yourself, and I guarantee you 100% that if somebody said that to your wife or to your friend or to somebody you love, one of your kids, you'd tear them up. You are Mama Bear. Don't do it to yourself. You don't deserve that. Stop. Just stop. You're better than that. You deserve better than that. I've got the Four of Swords, and she's got all those knives pointed at her. They're in her head, and she's sleeping with a knife. That ain't no sense for that. You would kick somebody's ass for talking to someone you love the way you talk to yourself. Be kind. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. Okay, so moving along, we've got Scorpio. So this is such an interesting image and like a twofold thing I see going on here. And I'm going to say two things that are probably pretty contradictory, but I think it's because it's important that I mean, some people that are Scorpio watching this will need to go one path and some will need to go the other. So that's why I think it's presenting itself this way. One of them is this continue, I don't want to say cheating. That's not the right word, but continue doing the things you got to do to get ahead. Perhaps the behavior is a little bit sneaky. Perhaps it is, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, don't put all your cards on the table. Don't show the opponent everything you've got going on. That is not the same thing as like cheating. So do not be like a cheating person. I'm not going to advocate for that ever. But sometimes you just don't need to show your whole hand to whoever, whether it's an opponent or, I don't know, fill in the blank. The other half of that is like, I think it's time for you to like bring that honesty to the table. And I know that that's not a set message, but for some people, I think it's really going to be important that you keep your hand to yourself. And for other people, it's like, it's time to actually play those cards and use the things that you've been building up. Also, if you like were just dealing with a situation where someone had been, shall we say, now I'm feeling like the cheaty, sneaky energy from someone else. If you just dealt with that, it's a good time to just shuffle that on out the door. It seems like by this time this moon happens, it's sort of closing in. So there's another third message. But okay, so this is actually the 7 of coins in reverse. But the way that this deck has it is we've got these people sitting here playing a game, and all those coins that that gal had in her hand are back at play. And then we got this guy here he's got the 7 of diamonds, which is very cool, you know, in his sleeve behind his back, but it came up in reverse. That's why I'm saying some of you keep that card concealed, but other of you, it's time to like really play that card. Or if you were like these people and someone had been swindling you, like I see that coming to a good end. So Scorpio, you're intuitive people. Pick up which one works for you. But that is what I'm seeing here for our Scorpios.
Wow.
Nice.
Lovely card, Cassidy.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That was
I love
great.
this deck.
That was such a sort of Scorpio type message as well. You know, it just really lent itself to it. That was brilliant. Okay, so the last of the mutable water sign, Pisces, and bearing in mind that the moon work will spill over from Aquarius into Pisces throughout the whole of the time that the moon is in Pisces, it is still a new moon. So I've just got that in the back of my mind. So if you are sun, moon or rising in Pisces, what does this new moon in Aquarius mean for you on the 11th of February? Okay, Pisces. I definitely kind of like feel that you know, Pisces is a very imaginative sign. I kind of like feel that you've, you know, obviously spent quite a bit of time sort of thinking through and visualizing and imagining kind of like what your plans kind of like might be like if you actually activated them. And I just feel use this new moon to absolutely take up something that you've kind of dreamt about and imagined about, not just some new idea, but it's something that's been in your imagination. It is actually now time to put it into action. It's as simple as that for the Pisces people on the Aquarian new moon. Use that 45 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
3 of what? Upright.
Very nice.
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I already did my shuffling because I know you're short on time. So I have the message ready for anyone who has sun, moon, or ascendant in a water sign on the occasion of the new moon in Aquarius on the 11th of February. Beautiful. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse.
Oh.
Look at that.
That's amazing. That's got to encourage everybody that's a water sign to actually take note of these messages and go.
And again, like the moon work is really important and put all of your heart into it. You know, Cancer, set your intention for how to resolve the self-esteem issues and why, you know, how to stop kind of redirecting the negative energy from outside against yourself. Scorpio, maybe how to kind of tone down the suspicious nature and maybe develop the shrewd perceptive nature in a less paranoid, more kind of more objective direction, let's say. And Pisces, embrace your imagination, believe in it, even if other people don't and think it's too dreamy or silly or la la land, but believe in it and invest your heart in the moon work coming up.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you. Well, I hope that everybody got something out of all our readings for all of the signs for the new moon in Aquarius that's coming up on the 11th of February. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe because we bring out these Astro-tarot moon-based videos every 2 weeks. So please comment and subscribe. But we've got lots of other videos as well. And as I said, Khalid and I, we've made ourselves a promise that we're going to do a video especially on all of the other planets that are lined up. That, I mean, it's like a party is going on in Aquarius, isn't it? Really? It's like poor Mars must be really sulking that didn't get invited to the party. But, you know. But yeah, so we are going to do a special kind of Astro Tarot on that. And if you want a personal Astro Tarot reading or even a tarot reading, head on over to the Pomegranate Grove. We are all very experienced readers. We love what we do. Head on over to our website and also check out our schedule, because we have loads of events going on. Virtually, there's something new almost every day. There's something to participate in. So or to watch and enjoy. So thank you all very much, and happy new moon. Bye for now.
Happy new moon, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.